baby, just give us an hour. I need to feel it, I'm gonna feel it. You make me come alive. I try to run away, but my soul keeps me turning back. I'm tired of being sane. Clone, we're still lying in my bed. All the colors are dead inside. The whole world goes to black and white. The moon is falling, I hear you calling. My city is on fire. I hear a bang and my heart beats skips. Rock hard knuckles and easy checks. Where are you, baby? I'm still your lady. I'm gonna burn you down. I try to run away, but my soul keeps me turning back. I'm tired of being sane. Clone, we're still lying in my bed. Purple moon hangs in the sky. My man has left with a golden smile. This is so funny, you can kill me, honey. I'm already dead inside. My body is an empty bottle. Come on, baby, just give us an hour. I need to feel it, I'm gonna feel it. You make me come alive. I try to run away, but my soul keeps me turning back. I'm tired of being sane. Clone, we're still lying in my bed. All the colors are dead inside. The whole world goes to black and white. The moon is falling, I hear you calling. My city is on fire. I hear a bang and my heart beats skips. Rock hard knuckles and easy checks. Where are you, baby? I'm still your lady. I'm gonna burn you down. I try to run away, but my soul keeps me turning back. I'm tired of being sane. Clone, we're still lying in my bed.
Welcome everybody, and welcome back to Professor Layton vs Phoenix Wright. Today we're continuing the investigation that we left off in the last episode, but as you can see, things are a little bit different, for I'm not alone here in my investigation. As you can see, I have quite the partner in crime is the term regularly used, but that wouldn't be appropriate for today, wouldn't it be?
I mean, you could say that because, like, there has been, like, something said about where my allegiances lie.
So you're of questionable allegiance is what you're telling me.
You could say this, but when people see my face, they're not likely to turn me away.
Can I trust you is my question.
You can most definitely trust me.
Okay. I'll keep my eyes on you, but for now, we should work together. We should do our best to work together to solve this mystery.
Absolutely.
My lawyer partner.
That I will indeed do.
Okay. My lawyer partner, where have you been? Yeah, oh, it would be a pleasure if you join us, show, if you find the time, of course. Hello everybody. Hello Bevy, hello Kosen, hello Sho, hello everybody. So what you're saying is you have a bounty we can then sell for money. Huh.
You wouldn't want to work with the people who want to take me in. They're just as likely to stab you.
So you're saying that despite the fact that your allegiance might be questionable, the people after you are an even bigger evil.
Let's just say this: the people who want me gone, you want them to want me gone. You want me around.
Okay. I guess we'll put that theory to the test, wouldn't we? Let's see how we do in trial.
I am gonna admit I have been incredibly busy and I've been trying to keep up with the game, but like I am a little lost. It may take me a second, but I can grasp things with context.
That is good, because every single time you open your save file, they give you a rundown of what happened in the previous episode.
Okay.
This is it.
That'll help.
Do you want to be Phoenix Wright?
Do I want to be Phoenix?
Sure,
I can give it a shot.
Okay, if you want to be Phoenix or one of the... because this would also help me a lot when it comes to voice acting duties. Obviously. The floor is yours, partner.
Alright. This is it. Maya's trial. We were finally able to make some headway in this case. Seems like they're trying to accuse her of that other incident too. We're dealing with one tough customer. Some
situations Sunday today absolutely buried. I am sorry to hear that, show. Hopefully things calm down sooner than later. So what they're referring here is not only the mystery of who killed Professor Layton, but also who killed the alchemist. So we have two cases here, and they both seem to be related in a way, because it may be the same witch that did it. So I guess we'll find out.
The real culprit is a witch. That much I'm certain of. But the question is who? I think I know the answer. The butler did it. Jean Greyer. But if they think I'm gonna let them take Maya, they got another thing coming. Aw, hey there, Tia.
Oh,
how are you doing?
I see Tia is in chat. Welcome, my friend. And that's the intro. Now, let's question this butler.
Oh, I see. That's what happened to Oh.
Yeah, they turned him into a gold statue. So...
Well then.
So... It's got to be that, young butler? I know what you're thinking. Oh no, that's you, sorry.
I know what you're thinking. I couldn't quite believe it at first either. But the evidence and the circumstances all point to the butler. He or she has to be the witch.
Would you like to be Maya instead? Now that I think about it, seems you are my partner in this case, just like Maya is with Phoenix.
Oh, you know, fair enough. If that's how you want to do it, I could do that.
Okay. The evidence and circumstances all point to the butler. He or she has to be the witch.
Give me a second to drink some water, and I can like.
You're
adjust
gonna
my
need
voice.
it. You're gonna need it. At least. It'll be certain if the magic gems turns out to be a fake. Unfortunately, you do not have to read the ellipses.
I don't think so. But if that's the case, then Belduke's murderer was also.
Yeah, it will be Grey Earl.
No, it can't be true. He wouldn't have done that.
Espella?
I know, Jean. He held Sir Belduke in the greatest of respect. Jean didn't kill him. I'm sure of it.
Jean Grey Earl, are you really what people think you are? There are still so many unknown factors in this trial.
Ah! It's Luke!
I'm sorry, Maya. What I did is unforgivable.
What are you saying, Luke? All you did was testify about what you saw.
But I should have trusted you.
Well, you trust us now, right?
Maya.
Anyway, Luke, it was thanks to you that we discovered new information.
Thanks to me?
Sure! You got Cracker to testify.
That's the name of the bird.
Okay!
It's a bird.
Okay!
It's a bird.
You got Cracker to testify? That was a great idea!
What were you thinking?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, sure. What were you thinking?
Well, most assuredly, I was thinking of the classic restaurant, Cracker Barrel. It says surely.
So we got the restaurant to testify for sure. Hey, Will. And
Hello, Will.
And CJ as well. Welcome, everybody.
Hey.
Let's continue.
I wish I could talk to animals. Don't you too, Aspella? Oh, yes. I would love to have a chat with Eve.
That's her cat.
Oh, okay. So, Luke, will you teach us how to do it? Pretty please.
Yeah, of course. I can try.
Yay! That's a promise, right?
Mr. Ryan? What is it, Luke? Do you mind if I join you from now on? Not at all, Luke. I realized during the trial that in this strange town, even what you see with your own eyes may not be real. That's why I'm not giving up yet. Professor, I know he'll return. We can't give up hope.
You know, that's what I've been thinking too.
Really?
I have a feeling he'll reappear again when we get into trouble and help us out.
That is the Professor Layton way of doing things. I am pretty sure even in that golden state, he's still a million steps ahead of everybody.
he would absolutely have a last-second effort thrown from like something he set up prior, just at the courtroom.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, that's what helped us in the trial in the previous episode. He was a statue, but even so, he helped us.
Huh. Alright.
Which is
Damn.
pretty amazing.
Because, I mean, it's the professor we're talking about here.
My theory is that they put Layton into a golden statue because he would have solved everything already.
Yeah. Yeah. They probably saw that like he was given too much help and they decided to try to take him out.
Yeah, he was literally too strong. Now that is gentleman-like, Sir Luke. Yeah, Luke has been really gentleman-like here. Layton would be proud. I mean, that's his final form, Golden Layton. Right.
And remember what he always says? Look forward to the future. Always look on the bright side.
I don't think it was the professor who said that. Defender, accused. The intermission is over. Return to the courtroom.
That's all I could really do with the exclamation marks.
Yeah. Or you can just say out loud exclamation point.
Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
I know of someone who says that regularly.
Interrobang!
Question mark. Oh, I have something for you, Mr. Wright. Here, please take it. Maybe it'll come in handy in the trial. A letter, huh? Let's see. Who's it from? Wait. Newton Bolduc? There are several sheets of parchment inside, but they're all blank. The professor and I got this when we went to see the storyteller. The storyteller is the god of this town, basically. Everything he writes becomes true. Thank you, Luke. The more info we have, the better. To be honest, Layton solves everything and has other people take a crack at things before he gives the answer. That is true. That is true. Because he just doesn't want to solve everything for you. He wants to make sure you understand it too. And that's part of the charm of the professor as a character. You're welcome.
That's a very healthy way of doing it too, because in doing so, you can end up having allies that inevitably are just as smart as you and are able to see things that other people can't when you're not there.
Exactly. Because as you know, every puzzle has an answer. I got no proof that it was Jean Greyard who turned the professor into gold. Even if the magic gem is a fake, it's still not decisive evidence. I don't know what will happen next, but I do know this battle's far from over. I really hope we don't have to see Maya being burned alive.
I don't think we will.
But we did see another woman being burned alive. That was an entire cutscene.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was, I was not expecting that.
No one was expecting that. I was talking to Shaw about it when it happened, and it seems like it was much more darker and graphic than anything in either franchise, whether it be Phoenix Wright or Layton.
I have to wonder, like, who on the dev team would have put that forward to push for it.
Shaw in chat says correct. Yes, it was. You never see something like that in Layton, at least. This game takes the chances to be dark. I've noticed. And Ace Attorney has a lot of murders, so that's saying something. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to be the judge, or?
I could be the judge.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
We will now resume the trial, Maya Fey. First things first. The occult crime analysts have finished examining the evidence. They have tested the 2 magic gems from the witch's scepter.
Exclamation point, I guess. Exclamation point deeper.
Goldor floated on the surface of the water, whereas Familia sank. Familia. It said that genuine magic gems float in pure water, wasn't it? Thus has it been established that the Familia magic gem is a fake.
Basically, depending on the gemstones that you have on your scepter, that represents the spells that you can summon.
Okay.
Familia, in this case, summons forth a magical familiar from the shadows. Although it possesses a physical form, it is completely weightless. So that is a fake. This one was not used in the end. Okay.
My accidental pronunciation was a lot closer to what it actually does. Summons a familiar. Familia.
Yeah.
Order! Order! Order in the court! This does not prove that Godor was used, of course. Nonetheless, the defense's theory does now seem more plausible. The court considers it worth looking into. You have no objection to that, do you, Inquisitor Barnum?
No, my lord. Okay.
Now then, bring in the witness.
We're gonna bring John. There they are. Witness, state your name and profession. My name is Jane Grail. I serve the late Master Bolduc. Since his death, I have been tending to his dwelling and putting his research materials in order. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something a bit different about Grey Earl today.
Witness, there is something we need to clarify first of all. As you are no doubt aware, you are being accused of being a witch.
Therefore, it is vital that you tell us. Are you a boy or a girl? Please hold on.
What is it?
Excuse my rudeness, my lord, but at this time, I do not intend to answer that question. In any other context, that would be pretty respectable and perhaps hints at something else.
Yeah, it would certainly hint at being a non-binary character for sure.
Why do you refuse to answer, witness? I have been following this trial for the gallery, and so I'm fully aware of the utterly absurd accusations made against me. Alchemy, the art pursued by Master Bolduc, is concerned with the rules and logic that govern nature. As someone who had been helping Master Bolduc for quite some time, I dare say your theory is both illogical and impossible.
Objection!
The witch's scepter was thrown into the crime scene through a portal created by the magical spell Godor. That portal could have only been opened from your room. And what's more, one of the walls in your room is painted green. I believe anyone is free to paint their walls in whichever color they please. Besides, your theory relies on the magic gem being a fake. While that might have been proven true, another question has arisen. Where could the genuine magic gem be? It must have been swapped with the fake one and discarded somewhere. I'm afraid that's impossible. Why? If we assume, as you have claimed, that the witch used the spell Godor, that would mean the magic gem must have been swapped after creating the portal. So tell me, when and where would the witch have disposed of the magic gem? I see your point. Several people paid witness to the incident, and the Knights of the Inquisition arrived at the scene immediately after. During that time, no one left the building and the whole place was meticulously searched. Naturally, my room was searched as well, although there was not much to see as I have a few personal belongings. Despite our investigation, nothing resembling a magic gem was found. I assure you, we have not overlooked anything. I would swear it to on my honor as a knight. So, Mr. Wright, if you wish to accuse me of being a witch, should you not first prove that there is a connection between me and this mystic magic gem? Furthermore, I would appreciate if you could please approach the matter in a rational way, like an alchemist. The house was searched very soon after the crime. If the gem wasn't found, then it means Creel hid it somewhere. Somewhere the Knights of the Inquisition would not have looked. Where could it be?
The witness has made a valid argument. How will the defense respond?
The Knights who searched Sir Bulldog's premises weren't looking for a magic gem. That's why there is a certain place they didn't consider searching. They probably have it. It's probably I'm gonna assume they probably hid it in a pocket or something. Interesting. You really don't give up easily, do you? In that case, perhaps you could tell us all where the magic gem is.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was on their possession
Yeah.
right now?
Yes, that's what I was aiming at. Sir Bulldog's premises were thoroughly searched. I don't think anything would have been missed there. You anticipated that, and that's why you hid it in a blind spot that he wouldn't occur to the Knights. A blind spot, you say? Well, where is it? It's somewhere in John Grayer's person.
What? It's on the witness? You see, back during modern times where I came from, we would pat somebody the fuck down before they were allowed to leave the premises. Just saying.
Yeah, let's just say that didn't happen here, unfortunately. Don't tell me. The witness has it in their pocket. You're just guessing, aren't you? You think you can just say anything you like? By the way, I'm afraid there are no pockets in my clothing. What's that? What's that little bulge in your collar?
Yeah, what's up with that texture there, buddy? Looking a little lumpy today.
This is the second time I've seen Greyor today, and both times I had a feeling that something wasn't quite right. Maybe it was just me, but it could be related to the whereabouts of the magic gem.
Can't just ask somebody about their collar bulge. What the fuck? Hey, it's nowhere below waist.
That is true. Unless you have something to say about that, baby. Defense, show us the location of the magic gem. Oh no, that's you. My apologies.
Oh, yeah, no problems. You're swapping like between people and stuff like this. It's going to happen.
Yes. Go for it.
Defense, show us the location of the magic gem.
I guess I'm just not used to this collab thing. I'm pretty solitary when it comes to...
Yeah, to be fair, like I...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm pretty
Sorry.
solitary when it comes to streaming.
Fair enough, but I am fairly opposite. I do have people on my streams all the time because it does make things easier, especially for games like this, where there's a lot of talking, and I tend to play games with a lot of talking, and sometimes there's just no voice acting outright, and it's kind of rough.
Well, I guess this helps both of us then. Because yeah, I've joined the show's stream series of Ace Attorney as well, and that was my first collab ever, so this is pretty much my second one. But it's also the first one on my own channel. So
there's other rude things to look at that aren't at groin level. Bevy, if you're saying that somebody has a bulge on their chest, that's really inoffensive to say to somebody. It's like, man, oh, that's a tiny titty you got there.
wow. And we killed that shit. That is true. Sho and I make quite the team.
Hell yeah.
Right there. Yeah, what is that?
Got it!
Witness? We met for the first time at Sir Belduke's premises. At the time, you had an amethyst attached to your collar.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Mr. Grail always wears that gemstone.
Alchemists believe that amethysts emit positive energy. Amethysts are purple. What a statement, Sir Barnham.
Sure is.
Isn't it curious how not too long ago we were watching Steven Universe?
Yeah,
Benda, welcome to the stream. But when I saw you in the waiting room this morning, the gemstone you were wearing was green, not purple. So my question now is, where has it gone? Where is that amethyst that you supposedly always wear?
Objection!
Wait just a minute. The witness wears a purple gemstone?
Is something amiss, Inquisitor Barnum?
When we arrived at the crime scene, the witness came out to meet us. I recall the witness wearing a gemstone, but that gemstone was green.
Green? Amethysts aren't green. Although amateurs sometimes mistake preciolite for amethyst. But that's irrelevant now.
Witness, you've been trying to pin the blame on the defendant. In order to do that, you replace the go-to magic gem with a regular gemstone.
Plot twist, they're colorblind.
Oh.
We thought the witch who killed Sir Belduke had used the spell Familia. You knew that if a witch's scepter with the Familia and Goldor magic gems attached was discovered at the crime scene, the suspect would be accused of committing both crimes, and that's precisely what happened. The girl captured at the crime scene was accused of slaying both Sir Belduke and Sir Layton.
That was your plan. You removed the Goldor magic stone from the scepter and inserted your amethyst in its place. And then, you attached the Goldor gem to your collar. That's why, when we saw you shortly after the incident, you were wearing a green gemstone. Barnum is actually on our side now? Interesting.
I'm not surprised. He's been on, like, what? Would this be the third case he's been with you at this point?
Second. I think this is...
Second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
'Cause I'm not sure how many he's been with you on so far.
She's been antagonistic towards us the entire story so far.
You find friends in unlikely places.
This is true. To think that was in fact a magic gem.
Order!
Oh.
Order! Witness, is that true?
This amounts to nothing more than conjecture. I do not believe you have any solid proof. However, I have to concede that you have surmised a logical connection between me and the missing magic gem. Consequently, I am prepared to answer your questions.
That's actually a fairly good non-binary
Good.
voice.
I will
I'm going to
repeat what I
admit.
asked
It
you
is.
previously. Witness, state your name, profession, and finally, your gender.
My name is Jean Grail. I have been serving the late Master Belduke. As you can see, I wear a butler's outfit, but the truth is, as the defense claims, I am a girl.
A
Damn!
girl. Unbelievable. What?
Pulled that look off well.
They still look non-binary to me.
The butler
Fair
is a
enough.
girl?
Order! Order in the court! Jean Grail, are you declaring to this court that you are in fact female?
Yes.
But everyone in town was under the impression that you are a boy.
In any other context, this would be pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I actually really like that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, did you hear that? The butler's a girl. Doesn't that make him a maid? I knew there was something suspicious about him. I mean, her.
Props for gendering her correctly.
I guess. You know why, right? Think about it. All that alchemy, that's mighty suspicious.
Just listen to them. Listen to the wild gossip and accusations. Alchemists pursue knowledge of the rules that govern nature. But to the townspeople, alchemy is no different to magic. Had they known I was a girl, they would have taken me for a witch. That's what Master Beldug was worried about. He told me it would be safer to pretend to be a boy. In other words, you disclose that you're a female but deny that you're a witch? I would have thought that was obvious. She knew that once her gender came into question, she wouldn't have been able to conceal it. That's why she made it this public now. It was the most rational choice for her. Inquisitor Barnum, may I ask you one question? Has all the evidence in this Golden Gentleman case already been presented? What do you ask? As it stands, you do not have a single piece of evidence proving that I'm a witch. Given the lack of pertinent evidence against me, I would like to be permitted to return to my duties.
What say you, Inquisitor Barnum?
It has been proven that the two gems were swapped. However, it might also have been possible for the accused to have done so.
Objection!
Maya had no reason to swap the gems. This is a place of judgment. There is no need for us to understand the reasons behind a criminal's actions. Huh? After all, those whom we judge are otherworldly creatures. They are witches. It is impossible for a human being to understand the reasoning of a witch.
Alright. Is there nothing we could do? At this rate, Maya will be...
Perhaps still thinks Maya is a witch. We made it this far and yet it feels like we're back at stage 1. It seems there are no more rational arguments against me. Now, if you will kindly excuse me. I don't have much on Grail when it comes to the professor's case, but should I just let her go? Let's ask her about the murder of Belduke.
True.
Yeah, because there are two
Pressing
cases.
on one.
Yes. Let's see what we
Might
can get.
reveal information.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. Let's see what we can get from the other.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I can follow up on regarding the professor's case, so what can I do? There's only one other option. Miss Grayld, I have to ask you to remain at the witness stand. Is there something else you wish to ask me? Your testimony is not over yet. There's still something you need to tell us about. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I cannot help you. I have told you all I could about this incident. And I'm afraid you got the wrong idea, Miss Grayld. Your Honor, what this witness needs to testify about is not the professor's unfortunate incident, but rather the incident from 3 months ago, namely Sir Belduke's death. As she was present in the building at the time, working as a live-in butler, she needs to testify about the events of that day.
About Sir Belduke's death?
The fact that one of the magic gems was swapped leads me to a single conclusion. Both crimes, the murder of Sir Belduke and the transmutation of the professor, were the work of the same witch. The truth behind the alchemist's death may also hold the answer to this case.
What is your opinion on this, Inquisitor Barnum?
I'll allow you to have your way this time, Sir Blue Knight. The Inquisition has no objections. Inquisitor Zacharias Barham, it seems you have lost that unyielding attitude so admired by the townspeople. Here you are now, letting a novice defender lead you by the nose. It is hard to believe you have been known as the unwavering sword of justice for your usually cool-headed judgment.
I would object to that because all the behavior up to this point was rather hot-headed.
You know little about me, witness. Do you think I care about defending my name? It is this town that I wish to defend. That is very honorable, Barnum. I respect that. I wholeheartedly respect that.
Fair enough.
Sir Belduke's murder is the only case to have remained unsolved for so long. Jean Grayld, you shall now testify about it.
As demanded by both the defense and Inquisition, the witness will now testify about Sir Belduke's death. Any questions?
No, my lord.
I must, however, mention one more thing before we begin. If it cannot be proven that Jean Grey Earl is a witch, as claimed by the defense, the court will irrevocably consider Maya Fey to be the witch responsible for both crimes. Is that understood?
She couldn't have done it because she wasn't even fucking there, was she? Like, literally wasn't around at all.
She was with Layton, but no, she has nothing to do with Sir Belduk's case.
Okay.
You have no choice, Sir Blue Knight. If you don't want the trial to end right now, ready your sword and face the challenge that awaits. But the opponent is a real witch. It's a gamble that puts Maya's life at stake.
Nick! Nick!
Maya!
No witch is gonna outwit you in court. You're an ace attorney after all. So, let's do it!
The defense accepts the conditions. Let's proceed with the trial.
Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin.
We should start with a brief summary of the incident. She sounds different from the anime. I haven't seen the anime, so I wouldn't know.
I also haven't seen the anime. Maybe this should be something that I put on my plate.
About 3 months ago, in the dead of night, Sir Belduk the Alchemist was murdered. The crime took place in his study, just as with this incident. The room had been locked from the inside. The victim was found still seated in the chair at his desk, so we can assume he was attacked while working.
Funnily enough, he has a very Edgeworth-like appearance.
Oh no. There were very clear strangulation marks visible on his neck.
Oh. There's something trickling down from his mouth. Is that blood?
Yes, most likely. The victim probably bit his tongue as he was struggling with his assailant. And you said earlier that some white powder was spilled all over the floor, correct? Yes. Hence, we expected to find the killer's footprints. However, there were none. The killer must have somehow approached the victim without stepping on the floor. After murdering Sir Belduk, the killer left the room without opening the door.
Undoubtedly, the crime must have been committed with the use of witchcraft.
The body was discovered the following morning by the butler, Mrs. Greyerl. The body was found by Greyerl, huh?
Thank you, Inquisitor Barnum. The court illustrated sketches will be added to the evidence.
Okay.
Now, witness, begin your testimony. Tell us about the events spanning the night of the crime, from the evening beforehand until you discovered the body.
Here we go. At around 1 o'clock at night, I excused myself and left the Master Belduk in his study. When I called him for breakfast in the morning, he did not respond. The door to his study was locked. A neighbor had come for a visit just then, so we forced the door open together. So there's one more person that was in the house, not just Greyerl.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna press on that statement once we start examining this. All the potions and the other concoctions from the study have been confiscated. I wonder if they're being properly stored. Potions and concoctions were confiscated? The victim was an alchemist after all. We were hoping the items confiscated from his study could provide some clues. Besides, such things must not fall into the wrong hands. It may not be standard practice, but it was deemed necessary.
You don't know if like somebody is going to like break into the house and try to steal a poison, you know?
That is true. The only person with access to them is the High Inquisitor Lady Darklaw. It has caused me great difficulty, as I have not been able to put Master's research materials in order as a result. The confiscated items shall be returned as soon as Sir Belduk's murder is resolved. I shall be looking forward to that. She's doing a good job at keeping her composure.
Sure is. Defense, you may begin the interrogation.
Here we go. Okay. The statement that caught my attention was the neighbor, when she mentioned the neighbor. Right there. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, who is this neighbor? Who is this assistant of yours?
When? You mean you broke the door? The only key to the room was in Sir Belduk's pocket. The only way to enter the study was to break the door open. And you managed that with the help of a neighbor who came to visit? Yes. It wasn't a social visit, mine. He came as a patient. A patient? Can you tell me more about him?
Objection!
The victim's neighbor is irrelevant. He has nothing to do with this case. Oh. What was...
he absolutely fucking does? Excuse me?
That...
Everyone who was there the morning of discovery is kind of important.
I find it quite strange how this is what made Barnum jump personally.
Does he know the neighbor?
Perhaps. Only one way to find out. I think you're pushing it. I think you're pushing it this time. A witness is hardly irrelevant. Okay. This is completely different to the way he was acting just a second ago.
He's
very defensive.
Yeah, he's defensive, but like momentarily letting off.
Yes. What's got him so shaken? He looks as if he could have just had a rush of blood to his head. Master Belduk had been making very potent medicines, among other things. We would get people coming from the town all hours of the day or night asking for them. And yet, in return of all that help Master offered, people would gossip about him dabbling in witchcraft. So you broke the door together with a neighbor? Yes, when I explained the situation to him, he brought over an axe.
A fucking axe?
That seems to be the case. Then he proceeded to attack the door with great force, smashing it to splinters. I see. By the way, about the neighbor... Who was it?
It's time for Emir's grand entrance. Did you miss
What
me,
the fuck are you
guys?
doing?
It's
back here?
Emir.
Order! Order! Could it be that it was you who... Where are you looking, old man? I'm right here. And as for who I am, I'm the alchemist's neighbor and a witness in that case too.
Okay. Passion for justice seen within. Emir is always at the crime scene.
Objection!
It's you again. You're the guy from earlier, right? They just didn't want Emir to show up. Yeah, it's him and CJ says, bro, when did this turn into Little Red Riding Hood? You're not wrong.
You know what, Barnum? I understand entirely that why you didn't want this motherfucker to come back. I am so sorry.
Do you want to voice Emir?
Yeah, I could do it. Yep, that's me. Amir's the name. How you been, Bluey?
Are you really the alchemist's neighbor? Seriously?
I know, right? Frequent coincidence, huh? But yeah, his house is right next to mine. Go.
Oh my. Oh.
Still drinking away, huh?
Pretty cute earlier Emir returns, drinking like a king he never ever learns. Also, that.
And before long, he'll be 1 foot in the grave.
Yeah. That's Cracker, by the way, the bird.
Understood. Okay, I understand.
That's why I tried to stop you from asking about the neighbor.
Why so cold, Inquisitor Barnum?
Unable to hold his steady cold gaze, Emir drinks fast as if in a daze. And the musician standing next to you. Was that?
Yeah.
Was that poison?
go
Is
ahead.
that poison in his hand?
Hey, somebody get that away from him? Maybe?
That looks like poison.
There's a big old skull and crossbones on it. I don't think that's meant for pirates, I don't think.
Maybe that's one of the potions, yeah.
If the dude literally stole evidence, like the fucking milkmaid.
Anyway, did you read this dialogue spree?
No, yeah, I had to stop. You were saying
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's me, Private Bob Burnley, a right musical genius.
Hold on. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. What just happened?
Well, oh. Go ahead.
What just happened?
Some bullshit is what just happened. Well, no use shutting the stable door after the horse is bolted. Let's move on. Witness, since you're already here, you may as well add to your testimony. Justify about what you witnessed on the morning after the crime. You can count on me.
Oh boy.
It dawned on me then. The witch casts up Familia, just like in this case.
Wait. No. The Familia gem was proven to be false. The Familia magic gem is a fake. You are drunk.
Fucking not even paying attention.
There's something you don't seem to understand here, Mr. Emir. The Familia gem in this witch's scepter is a fake. The gem is useless. Just like this buffoon's testimony. Therefore, your testimony doesn't hold water. Just like anything else he says. Psst.
Wait, what?
Not even one sentence in his testimony and he's already in pieces. Ignored and scorned without credibility. Will majestic Emir now show humility?
This man, like, literally can't even get 1 foot in the door without having it slammed shut on it. What? A fake?
You should have listened to the trial more carefully.
Now that has been dealt with, Inquisitor Barnum. This witch's scepter was not discovered at the crime scene where Sir Belduke was murdered. Is that correct?
Indeed. We deducted the familiar must have been used. However...
Objection!
But that familiar magic was a fake. That much has been demonstrated today. What's more...
Yeah, but this was 3 months ago.
As we've learned from Cracker the Parrot's testimony, the witch used the spell Godor. The fact that there's a green wall at the crime scene corroborates that.
Objection!
The wall might not have been painted green 3 months ago.
Which is true.
And besides, no one could have passed through a portal so small.
Except a child. Say, maybe the butler.
Or just throw the magical stuff through the portal.
Or just, hey, what if I threw a dagger? I could throw something as small as a dagger through a portal and do some damage. I could literally do anything I want.
That is also possible.
Do we...
Oh, sorry.
Well, it's fine. The chat has read it. Actually committed by the same witch.
Your Honor, I'd like to remind you that it was the Inquisition's claim. Ugh. He's right though. It's good to be the same culprit in both cases. And at the very least, it's possible that the witch used the spell Godor to commit Sir Belduke's murder. What?
In that case, I will ask the defense to show us proof. Do you have proof the witch could have used Godor to kill Sir Belduke? That's the floor. Hang on!
Wait a second, I want to read the description for it again, just in case. Goldor, Demir,
There is information I now have that I'm hoping you will also spot.
Oh, yeah. Creates a portal on two sides of a green color board. The portal will disappear after 5 minutes. Evidence. It's the crime sketches.
Absolutely.
Take that!
I'd like you to take a look at these.
Aren't those the court illustrator sketches?
As you can see from this sketch, the victim was seated at his desk when he was murdered. And what you can see right behind him, the victim, a small landscape painting. Thank you, Inquisitor, but there's one more point of note. Look closely at the painting. There it is.
Yep, that's what I spotted.
He was strangled from behind. Do you notice anything behind it?
Oh! I see it! The wall behind it has already been painted green! Which means the witch could have used the portal spell there 3 months ago!
Objection!
One moment, my lord. Consider how small that portal would have been. Could a witch have passed through it? I think not.
Objection!
Doesn't need to.
Of course, the witch would not be able to go right through it. However, if you look at the distance between the portal and the victim, you'll notice that the victim, Sir Belduke, was sitting just an arm's length from where the portal would have been.
Especially if he at one point scooted the chair back.
That is true. The witch did not have to enter the room at all. All she had to do was reach through with her arms in order to strangle Sir Belduc, who was sitting right under the painting.
Order! Inquisitor Barnum! What do you say to that?
A fascinating theory, Sir Blue Knight. But there is a notable contradiction within it. Where would that be? Tell me, what do you think we concluded that Familia had to be in use? We had a certain reason for it, of course.
And what was that reason exactly?
The crime scene had been tampered with. How so? Imagine the circumstances of Sir Belduc's death, and it should become obvious, even to you. The victim was choked to death. And yet, there were no signs of struggle. Highly improbable, don't you think? What are you getting at? Think about it. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly there should be evidence of a struggle.
Fair enough.
And since we haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene.
And there is one thing about the crime scene. Blood does not naturally trickle from the mouth just because you strangled somebody to death. Not that I'm speaking from experience.
I would like to think you're not.
No. To be fair, most deaths that I have been around were not of strangulation. I don't think I would go that far.
Don't make me have to take you to Justice Ferry.
On the contrary, I am working with Justice as much as it doesn't want me working with it.
I guess you don't have a choice here.
Not really. Not in my circumstances.
Hey, thank you for
Hey,
the follow.
Ozzy!
Thank you for the follow, Ozzy.
Indeed, that would be the logical conclusion.
No, surely it would be impossible to do any such thing had the witch only reached inside through the portal. In order to cover up the evidence she left behind, the witch had to have used a familiar. Without doing so, there would have been no point in her using the spell Go Door.
Objection!
Mrs. Greyarl could have done it. She might have been able to tamper with the crime scene. What are you talking about? The morning of the crime, from the time Miss Greyarl and that guy entered the study, until the arrival of the Knights of the Inquisition, there was a window of time in which she had the opportunity to do so. We need to look into what happened in that window.
It seems that we may be in need of another testimony. Witnesses, testify about what happened in the time between the body being found and the Knights of the Inquisition arriving. Sure thing! Ask me anything! I'll tell you all you need to know!
Oh, glorious Emir, tell us more. Maybe you won't be left as it was before. Only two people accessed the crime scene at the time, Greyhold and Emir. Believe it or not, Emir is the key witness in this case.
If he has the evidence in his hand from literally 3 months ago right now,
What if
I
he
am
was...
going to lose my goddamn mind.
He's literally holding a bottle of poison.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because remember, like the blood that what I am thinking is that the poison might have been used,
Maybe
then to cover it up, strangulation.
So
what are you thinking?
He was dead by the time he was strangled already. Or
Yeah,
at least fallen
that's what I'm
asleep.
thinking.
Hmm.
You can if you bite your tongue on accident, I feel. I mean, fair enough, but that's not common, I don't think. But like, yeah, that is. That's actually a possibility.
They mentioned that he bit his tongue, actually.
Oh! Alright, maybe not poison.
We'll see.
I broke the door down and saw the alchemist slumped in his chair. Gave me a jolt! The butler hurried to the call of the Knights of the Inquisition, but never entered the study.
Okay, so... So John never even entered the study. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was asked to keep an eye on things, so I went in to have a bit of look at everything. Well, that made me pretty drowsy, so I went and took a little nap on the couch.
What do you mean with keeping an eye on things? Huh. Wait, what? Mr. Amir? You said the butler didn't enter the crime scene?
Yep! He never set foot in there. The moment he saw Belduke, he told me to stand guard till the Knights of the Inquisition arrived.
And what happened while he was keeping guard? We need to press him on that.
And then off he went over social princess alchemist, I thought to myself.
I almost feel sorry for you, Sir Blow Knight. After all, your suspect couldn't have tampered with the crime scene.
Yeah, but somebody else might have. Who literally stood aside, he fucking waltzed right the fuck in and slept on the couch.
That can't be true.
Defense, please proceed with the interrogation.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination time. I want to know what he did while he was quote-unquote keeping an eye on things.
Yeah. Well, I broke down the door. I heard the call of the Knights, and I asked to keep an eye on things, so I went to have a little look at everything.
There you go, that's the one. I want to know about this.
Hold it!
Now, what do you mean by that?
What were you having a look at?
Well, I was asked to take care of the crime scene, wasn't I? I had to, like, make sure everything was in order. I mean, you know. You know how I went wild with excitement after being left in a real alchemist room full of mysterious stuff? Why are you giving me that look?
I'm sure you didn't, Mr. Sticky Fingers.
Besides.
Besides? Huh?
She asked me to look for something, so I was doing that too.
Whoa, what was that sound? Are you okay?
Hello, ma'am.
Hang on!
What's up?
Miss Greer, you look lost in thought. Oh, were you talking to me? Even she can be caught off guard if I choose the right moment. You have been listening to Mr. Amir's testimony, haven't you? Yes, I have. He was asked to look for something. It was you who asked him, I assume. What did you tell him to look for? I think you are mistaken. I don't remember making any request of that sort. Huh?
Oi! Bluey! Were you even listening to what I said? It was a lady that asked me. The butler is a guy, you numbskull!
Misgendering?
Yeah.
Oh.
You.
I don't. Oh no. That's not. Huh. That's the one thing that made her react like this. She's been extremely.
Oh boy.
She's been keeping her composure this entire time, and that's the thing that got her to react.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for her.
What the hell is this?
She was disguising herself, but still, she revealed herself to the public already.
Hey, what's up? Why is everyone looking at me like that?
Quite a while ago, we learned that the butler, John Grail, is actually female. That's why when you say that a lady asked you to search for something, we assume it was Miss Greyard.
Well,
Daydreaming, listening, but not hearing. That look of shock is almost endearing.
Why did everyone tell me before?
Do you require personal notification? You should have been listening to the trial.
Knights of the court, squabbling with a witness is most unseemly. What I would like to now know is this. Who was the lady that made the request of Amir? Oh yeah, that was actually Miss,
He's absolutely certainly talking about me.
Oh.
Hi?
It's the letters lady.
Oh.
It's the mailer.
You are?
Oh, I'm Letty. Hang on a minute. I'll get down there post haste.
Lady, let's see the mailer.
Alright.
He's displaying the
Miss Letty?
poison.
Literally.
Who are you precisely?
Me? Who am I? I'm Letty Mailer. I'm the courier.
The courier?
A courier is a person who collects and delivers letters or packages.
I know. Thanks, Espella. Thanks anyway, Espella. I wish you stopped misreading my mind. Hold on, Miss Mailer. Do you mean it was you who irresponsibly made such a request to that troublemaker?
Me? Maybe. Yes. I guess so. I asked him to help me find something.
Outrageous! Why was I not informed of this?
I guess no one told you. Maybe you didn't because you didn't ask? It seems that we will now need to ask you to testify, Ms. Mailer. Do explain to us how you were involved in this case. Frankly, I wouldn't say I was involved in anything. Now I'm in a tight spot. I bet it's because that guy said something weird about me. Ease up on me, lady. Like to say it goes. If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Means spinning and picking all on your own, eh? Yo. Now then, Miss Letty Mailer, testify about that day. That voice can make
Windows shatter.
Did you hear the tinnitus sound effect?
I did. I did.
Oh.
That was. I gotta say, I appreciate that detail because if you're playing without the headphones, you will never catch that detail. It's very funny.
Oh. Sir Belduke said he'd have a letter to send, so I came by to pick it up.
Wait a second. We do have a letter. The one that... A letter from Bulldog to the storyteller contains only blank sheets of parliament.
Objection!
Huh.
The letter you found that morning, was it by any chance this one here?
Yes, that's the one. But wait, how did you get it? You're a piece of work, all right.
Marvelous.
Objection!
Hold it, Sir Blue Knight. How did you come by that letter? It just sort of fell into my lap, so to speak. It was the professor who found it, but he doesn't need to know that.
Defender! Just what in the world are the contents of that letter?
Well, the letter's blank.
What?
All this fuss over a blank letter. As you can see, there are some sheets of parchment inside the envelope.
Indeed, and not a trace of ink on them. What's the meaning of this?
Don't forget that Sir Bulldog was an alchemist. He might have used some kind of invisible ink to write the letter.
Oh my god, I thought that was what it could be, but like I didn't think they would literally go there.
They said it out loud, yes.
About that, it doesn't make sense to me.
What? Miss Mailer?
The thing is, when I saw that letter, all the pages were full of writing. So, you know.
Objection!
Hold it, witness. You saw the contents of Sir Bulldog's letter?
I didn't read it. It's just that you see.
Witness, this is an important matter. You will need to testify about it.
Quit reading the mail carrier. That is rude. I agree.
And also illegal in the United States of America, where reading somebody else's mail or taking the contents from it is a felony. As Crunchyroll is about to find out.
Tell us what you know about this letter.
Witness testimony.
That night, probably about 1 a.m., I made a delivery to Sir Belduke. He was writing a letter at the time. It'll be ready soon, so come pick it up tomorrow morning. That's what he said. I left to study and wished the butler a good night. Then I went home.
Wait. So you were also inside... Okay.
Was inside the study at the time he was writing it, then left. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder where was Grey Earl in all this. We may have to press on this later.
True. I went in there again the next morning, as promised. Sir Belduke was... Well, anyway, I looked for the letter. Then, that guy went out like a light on the couch. I got a little scared, so I left as soon as I found the letter.
Okay.
So he didn't even accomplish the one thing that she asked of him? She had to go get the letter anyway? That... Amir, you're a fucking useless piece of shit.
It's Amir. At some point, it's your fault for expecting things.
I see, I see. So you witnessed the victim write the letter. I wouldn't say witness. This sounds so legal. The sheets of parchment were on his desk, though. I saw that. And they were covered in writing, margin to margin.
But you don't know what the letter was about?
Telling you would be a breach of our privacy policy.
You would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't you, Mailer?
I can't reveal its contents or who it was addressed to. Oh, of course, I understand. Frankly, I didn't get close enough. To Sir Belduke's desk, I mean, so I couldn't make out what he was writing. In any case, where did you find the letter the morning after the victim was found dead? On a shelf next to his desk in a small letterbox. Ah, yes! Right there! Right next to his head! I was a teeny little bit scared, though, coming so close to a dead man.
So that's where she took the letter from. It was right next to the corpse, huh?
Now that the circumstances are clear, we shall proceed to the cross-examination.
Okay. That night.
That night,
Okay.
probably about 1 a.m., made a delivery.
He's
Was writing a letter at the
writing-
time. It'll be ready soon. Come pick it up tomorrow morning. That's what he said.
Right here.
At the study, wished the butler a good night. Then I went home.
Right here. Tell me more about that.
Hold it!
It seems like someone is about to react to the statement.
Okay.
Wait
It's
a minute.
Good choice.
When you say the butler, you mean...
Miss Grey Earl, of course. She was in the corridor carrying a tray.
I heard something.
I'm trying
Hang
to
on!
say.
Miss Greyard, I would like to ask you something. Certainly. What is it? You stated previously that you excused yourself and left Sir Belduke's study shortly after 1 a.m. Yes, that is correct. However, according to Miss Mailer's testimony, the two of you came across each other while you were waiting outside that room. Why didn't you mention that until now? That's because... I apologize, I'm afraid I completely forgot to mention that. You forgot? Miss Miller very often comes with deliveries during the night. I did see her that night as well, but I didn't think much of it, as it's nothing unusual. I had no reason to hide that from you. Please forgive me for the confusion.
Honestly, I reluctantly am fine with that, because, like, that's not, like, that is something that I wouldn't have thought to testify about, like the mailman, you know?
Perhaps, but this is someone who interacted with Sir Belduke. So...
You know, that is true.
we'll see.
I can see it, though.
Well, that kind of thing can happen. Human memory is in no way perfect. Oh, hang on. Whoops, sorry. I gotta go away for a second.
Oh, no worries. I don't imagine there's a problem here, is there? On the contrary, Your Honor. There's one more thing Miss Grail forgot to mention. What is it? I'd like you to recall what Miss Miller said about having met Miss Grail at night. Miss Grail, of course. She was in the corridor carrying a tray. Well, Miss Grail, apparently you were carrying a tray at the time. What do you have to say about that? John Grail, I believe you should add that to your testimony. As you wish, my lord. It's unlikely she really forgot about it. The fact she tried to hide it must mean something. She was holding a tray and she forgot to mention that as well. Miss Miller left just as I was bringing Master his usual drink.
Hold it!
I'm impressed on that. What do you mean, usual drink? That's when... Could that be the moment where the poison was used?
That's what I'm thinking.
When Master's experiments continued into late hours, he would always have some juice to ward off the sleepiness. What kind of juice? Tomato juice. Oh? Did you hear that? Oh, I see.
Hang on!
Excuse me, mister. Mister?
Did you just poison yourself? I know nothing about it! Nothing at all!
Witness, what have you done this time?
Don't give me that scary look! President Barnum! It was only just a little bit. Seriously, hardly nothing at all.
What are you talking about?
What do you think I'm talking about? Juice! The tomato juice, of course! The tomato juice?
Oh, you didn't. Surely even you wouldn't.
Well, like I told you before, I think I sort of overdid it the previous night. When I woke up, my head was pounding. That's why I went to see the alchemist. But you know what happened? I was left alone in the alchemist study. It kind of got me, the bottle, I mean.
The tomato juice.
I thought it might make the headache go away, you know. So, you drank it? The juice found at the crime scene? Well, why should I? It's a drink, ain't it? What else do you do with a drink?
Emir needs to be taken out of here immediately.
This man is a fucking menace. You drank it, right? And can you tell us where that bottle is now?
Come to think of it, I don't remember seeing it at the crime scene. It has been confiscated. Confiscated? As I mentioned previously, the cult crime analyst confiscated all of the Master's personal belongings from the crime scene.
Is that so? Well, I believe we should make a note of that bottle and add it to the court record. Yeah, so there I was, having a bit of juice, and that girl came round. To tell you the truth, I don't quite remember what happened after that.
That's when he passed out, huh?
Did you literally poison yourself with the same shit
Wow.
and manage to survive? Because your fucking liver is a goddamn champ?
That could pretty much be the case.
I went there and the next morning, as promised. Sir Duke was... Well, anyway, I looked for the letter. Then that guy went out like a light on the couch. Like a little scared, so I left as soon as I found the letter.
Let's present the bottle here. Try to be looking for form from this day. The mirror drank some of the juice and the following. Yeah, because that's probably what happened to him.
Objection!
Mister, I believe the reason you might have lost consciousness at the crime scene is tied to a certain piece of evidence.
Wasn't it just because, you know, I had a little bit too much fun the night before?
No. It was because of this. The tomato juice? You passed out right after drinking this juice. Therefore, it's not unreasonable to assume that there's a direct connection between the two. Tomato juice does not make people fall unconscious, Sir Blue Knight. Exactly. That's why something must have been added to the contents of the bottle. Something like a soporific. Oh? I see you changing your expression, Grey Earl. You mean so, Sir Bolduc was not dead when he was choked. He fell asleep.
That's what it was. Okay. I thought it was just straight up poison.
And if the soporific was mixed in the tomato juice, that means Sir Bolduc would have been unconscious at the time he was assailed.
Oh! Oh! Do sketch! Have another look.
Uh-huh.
The red liquid trickling down from the victim's mouth.
It's not blood in the end. It's tomato juice.
It's fucking tomato juice. Is proof that Sir Belduke must have drank the tomato juice.
I have failed to consider this. Inquisitor Barnum, I bet you remember saying this to the court. Can you imagine anyone just sitting back and letting themselves be strangled? Clearly there should be evidence of a struggle. And since you haven't found any, that must mean the killer erased all traces of a fight from the crime scene. However, if the victim was unconscious when his assailant was strangling him, then the killer could have committed the crime through a small portal big enough to put their arms through after all.
Objection!
That might be so, but tell me this. How would the culprit have managed to obtain such strong soporific? Ugh.
It's an alchemist.
It was very simple, and I think you realize why. From the alchemist. That's right. An alchemist will have no doubt have a wide array of various medicaments in their possession. And an apprentice will have little trouble stealing some of them from their study. Isn't that right, Miss Greyard?
Not looking so happy over there.
How should I respond to that? I'm sorry to disappoint you, may perhaps be the best way to put it.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
Even though the juice bottle has been safely stored for the past 3 months, I'm positive it would be impossible to find any traces of that soporific now.
Thanks so, Amir.
You wicked... This is unbelievable! Was it really the butler who did it? But everything she says holds true. She was pretending to be a boy. That's mighty suspicious to start with. Is she a witch? There it is again.
Hold on, everyone! The butler couldn't have done that to Sir Belduke. She would never ever do it. Please, let us testify just one more time. Miss Grayle, let's tell them. Let's prove they're wrong. They have no idea how much you've done for Sir Belduke.
Miss Mailer?
Very well. I shall grant your request. Testify about the relationship between Miss Grayle and Sir Belduke.
Apprehensive feeling, are we?
Seems to be the case. Master took me in, a complete stranger. I will forever be embedded to him. That's why I could never make an attempt on his life, through magic or otherwise.
Sir Belduke was a wonderful man. He's the one who recommended this line of work to me. And he's the one who told me about it. The confidentiality obligation, I mean. I've never once broken it. It's true that Sir Belduke evoked fear due to his being as an alchemist. However, he was also a man of admirable character, who supported the townsfolk through his research. Why would anyone want to kill such a man? This question keeps haunting me, however much I think about it.
Witches need no reason behind their evil. That is what makes them witches. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, you didn't like that, did you? Now, the defense may begin its interrogation.
Okay. There's something I want to press her on here. Magic or otherwise. That doesn't confirm that you don't have any ulterior motives here. Just because he took you in.
Yeah, like... that doesn't prove anything.
Hold it!
You're claiming you had no reason to kill Sir Belduke. Yes, you can ask whoever you wish, and I am sure they will say the same. That is so. It is widely known that Jean Grayle was devoted to serving Sir Belduke. It's difficult to imagine that she could brutally murder her respected master.
Indeed, I am of the same opinion. Oh, sorry. Indeed, I am of the same opinion. I have visited Sir Belduke on several occasions to inquire about this piece of evidence or that. And I must say, I felt there was a strong bond of trust between him and Miss Grayle.
Do you still think you can come up with a motive? A motive? Jean Grey's motive for murder. You risked a lot to conjure up a small portal in the wall. And then she killed Belduc. But what motive did she have? Suggest another motive. Perhaps it was something else.
The fact that it could be potentially connected to the other caves.
Exactly. I understand. The defense will present evidence. Evidence to indicate Jean Grey's motive for murder? No.
Wait. What?
What's this about, Sir Blue Knight? Cyril Belduc's life was taken that day, that's a fact. However, was this actually the culprit's true motive?
Objection!
True objective.
What? This is nonsense. Sir Belduc was murdered. What other possible reason could there be besides someone wanting him dead? I'm fairly positive this piece of evidence will lead us to the culprit's real motive.
Very well. Defense, present evidence to indicate Jean Grey's motive for committing the crime. Could it be the blank letter?
I was thinking
That
the same
was
thing.
Only thing.
Yes.
It reached the storyteller.
I would say it is, honestly.
If we could figure out what the fuck is on it, that would help immensely.
It is blank, but there might have been a secret message to it, and this whole thing was set in motion by this letter as well. So that might as well, at least, at the very least, it will make someone talk.
Yeah, the fact that like it was written in invisible ink indicates that he did not want it being read by the average person. Generally, the only way that you can reveal invisible ink is by heat.
Take that!
Miss Greyerl had no reason for wanting to kill Sir Belduc. However, there was another incident that night which is related to this case. And I have an idea what it was. Another incident. I'm referring to this letter. Cyril Belduc wrote a letter shortly before his death, yet all we have here are some blank sheets of parchment. Fascinating. Are you saying maybe a witch used some kind of ink removing magic on that letter, Mr. Wright? No. The spell used by the witch was, of course, Godor. Let's go over the state of the crime scene one more time. As we know from Miss Mailer's testimony, the letter was in that letterbox next to the victim's head.
Ah, yes. It's in the sketch as well. The letterbox is on the far side of the shelf.
The point of note is the location of that letterbox. Unbelievable! And Inquisitor Barham seems to have noticed the letterbox is within reach of the small portal conjured by the witch behind the painting on the wall.
Oh! Indeed it is!
And, as Sir Belduc's butler, you would have known exactly where he keeps his letters. Indeed, Master Belduc would always keep his letters in that letterbox before posting them. You mentioned no such thing! Why is Emir still there?
Yeah, he should have been thrown out by this point.
Miss Greyerl, you created a portal with Godor, not with the intention of killing Sir Belduc. You were after this letter, weren't you? That's merely wild conjecture. I didn't even know about that letter at the time. You didn't? No, that's very strange. When Miss Miller's came by that night, Sir Belduc was busy writing that letter. And that's when you entered, carrying a bottle of tomato juice. Everything's starting to fit in place. There's no way you wouldn't have known that your master was writing a letter to someone. And you could have known even more than that. For that instance, perhaps you knew that, what he was writing about. That's enough! I serve Master Belduc as his butler. I would never... I never would have pried into his private affairs. Whatever it was he wrote about in his final letter to the storyteller, it is no concern of mine. Your Honor? Yeah, no.
Yes, defense?
I'd like Miss Grayer's last statement to be added to her testimony.
Any objections, Inquisitor Barnum?
No, my lord.
Very well. Witness, include what you just told us in your testimony.
As you wish, my lord. I had no reason to take his life nor steal his letter to the storyteller. Tell me more about that, actually. You didn't know what he was writing, but you know it was for the storyteller.
That's more than reason enough to want to take a peek. The fact that she knows who it was for is suspicious enough.
Let me get this straight. You didn't know anything about the victim's letter? That's right. I believe I had said as much already. Then how did you know? How did you know it was addressed to the storyteller?
Ah, indeed.
Why don't you answer his question, witness? It's true this letter is addressed to the storyteller. But when did you find out about it? I have spoken about the murder with many people over the past 3 months. Everyone...
I heard a little sound effect.
She's reacting, but... I'm conflicted here. Because I want to hear the entire testimony here. But she's also reacting.
Are we able to, like, hear the whole thing, but then go back over it?
Let's hear it just in case. I guess we can hear it just in case, but it worries me, honestly. They must have been so kind to me. They have also told me all sorts of things. Should we...
Are you able to make a quick little save state?
Actually, we're gonna continue.
Okay.
We're gonna let her finish. I must have heard about it from someone at some point.
Well, that incident was certainly much talked about. Would you not agree, defense?
Does her testimony hold together? Okay. Huh. But why?
I think this is allowing you to make the opportunity to go over it again.
I don't know. Let me think here. Okay.
The way that this is phrased to me is that, like, do you want to go on or do you want to go back?
Okay. You are becoming very predictable, Sir Blue Knight. If there's a contradiction, I hope you have the evidence to prove it. Some way to... Prove this nuts, Night Boy.
Is there anything to disprove that there is no way that she would know who it was addressed to?
Fortunately, I don't think we have that at the moment.
So in other words, you really did need to jump in on that statement that the mailer lady...
The defense has no intention of presenting evidence. What? The proof that there is a contradiction cannot be found in the court record. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? The professor pointed it out to me in the previous witch trial.
Oh!
In this court, an attorney's arsenal isn't limited to the court record. We got this. Each of the witnesses in this trial has given their own account of what occurred. Therefore, whenever one witness has testified, the other remaining witnesses have listened. Should one witness testimony differ from another's testimony, then I suppose that is in itself can also be considered a contradiction, can it not? Thank you, Layton. Juxtaposing contradictory testimonies from different witnesses is the key. Miss Greyerl? Your testimony contradicts another one that we heard in this court today. Master took me in, complete stranger. Sir Bulldog was a wonderful man. He's the one who recommended this line of work for me. And he's the one who told me about it, the confidentiality obligation. I mean, I've never once broke it. Then how does Grail know?
Yeah.
Yes. It has to be this one.
Objection!
Oh my god!
Okay. That is amazing. We got the double pointing, but look and Espella had to hold the statue.
Oh my god.
Golden man, take me by the hand, understand? Look, you're not supposed to pop around with a corpse statue like that. Come on, kid.
I think Professor Layton would make an exception for this.
Yeah. It was a single word that gave you away, Miss Greyerl. What do you mean by that? The name of the recipient. There were only a few people who knew the intended recipient of that letter. 4 people to be precise.
Only 4 people?
First, it was Sir Baldock, the author of the letter. Then there was Miss Mailer, who delivered it. And of course, the storyteller is the recipient, as well as one more person. The one who stole the letter using the portal spell and swapped it with a blank sheet of parchment, the witch.
Maybe I did. Maybe I spilled the beans. About the letter, I mean. Maybe I told the butler.
You did what?
Well, you see, me and the butler are sort of friends. And it was about our dear Sir Belduke. I feel like I might have told her about it after all. You see? If I did, that's how she knew. About the recipient, I mean.
Objection!
I understand that you are friends with Miss Grayle and you want to help her out. But I got a piece of evidence, Miss Mailer. You shouldn't lie even for a friend.
Huh?
Remember your testimony. You told us about the carrier's duty to keep the details of letters confidential. And you also have testified that you have never broken that obligation, remember?
Objection!
But hold on just a minute. As the victim's butler, Jean Grayle may have had the chance to catch a glimpse of the envelope.
Objection!
No, she didn't. When Miss Mailer came with the delivery, Sir Beldock was still writing that letter. In fact, he was in the middle of it, and at the time, the letter had not been addressed yet. And the next morning, when the body was discovered, the letter was already in the letterbox. Keep in mind that Miss Grayle would have had no opportunity to see it then either. Is that so? She went to report the crime without even setting foot in the study. And then Miss Mailer appeared and retrieved the letter. Needless to say, Miss Grayle couldn't have learned that the letter recipient afterwards. Or maybe you have a good explanation, Miss Grayle? I'd very much like to hear one. Can you please tell the court how you found out the recipient's name? Mr. Wright? Yes? Do you remember what I said when I was called to the witness stand? Yes. At the heart of the alchemy lies the pursuit of the rules and logic that govern nature. You have demonstrated the power of your own logic. Miss Grayle?
Are you saying?
Yes, I confess. The abhorrent witch who used the spell Godor to swap the contents of that letter, and who took the life of Master Belduke, it was none other than I. I was an only child, born to a poor family. I've been a witch since I was very little. When did I become aware of it? I don't remember. Although I was but a young child, I knew that being a witch was a crime. That's why I hid my witch's scepter and wouldn't use magic at all. My father worked as a bricklayer. He toiled every day, but he could hardly make ends meet. One winter day, we couldn't afford to pay the rent. We were going to lose the house. My mother was in tears, and my father was sitting in with his head down, wordless.
I want money for Mummy and Daddy.
That day, I suddenly remembered about the witch's scepter that I had hidden. The Golder spell. I thought I'd just try it just once, casting the spell. But at the time, I had no idea what an irreversible mistake that would be. Even though no one told me, I knew from the very beginning what magic I was able to use. What should I turn into gold? I was thinking about it really hard. The little girl that I was. Something that wouldn't stand out, that could be taken for a work of art. Then I decided, I chose a pretty leaf that had fallen into our garden. But it wasn't the right thing to do after all. I was terribly punished for using magic, even just once.
Punished?
In what way were you punished? I placed the leaf down back in the garden and cast the spell, but then Margaret suddenly walked in front of me. Margaret? My closest childhood friend. Margaret. Right before my eyes, she was turning to gold.
Oh, dear me.
I screamed and cried, but I knew I couldn't ask anyone for help. If anyone had seen it, they would have known it was the work of magic, and I knew Margaret wasn't coming back.
That's terrible.
Then, my mother and father's faces flashed before my eyes. We might have been very poor, but we were always happy together. Had I been captured as a witch, I fear my parents probably wouldn't be safe either. That thought tormented me more and more than anything. And so I made the decision. I decided to end my own life. I threw myself into the river near the town. It was winter and the water was as cold as ice. I couldn't even move. It was painful. My consciousness started drifting away. The next thing I knew, I was in Master Belduc's residence. He risked his own life jumping into the freezing river to save me. I burst into tears and told him everything. I didn't want to go back home. I would only end up causing my parents grief. Master Belduc listened to me without interrupting, and then he told me this.
You can stay here, but from now on, you must live as a boy.
Master Belduc met with my parents and explained everything to them. They were very sad, but they agreed to it. They agreed it would be best if I didn't return home.
Poor Miss Grey Earl. That must have been so awful for her.
Master bought the house for my parents, so they wouldn't have to worry about paying rent anymore. As for Margaret, turning to gold, he brought her to this residence. He knew that if anyone saw her, they would report an incident of witchcraft.
And this Miss Margaret, is she still in that golden state?
Yes, she is. That's strange. We have received no reports of anyone by their name having gone missing. Margaret is being kept in the basement under Master's study. The basement? Correct me if I'm wrong, but this Margaret, is she a... yeah, she's not human. Yes, my dear friend was a goat that we were keeping at our house. Goat. Until then, Master Belduc had mainly been researching medicine, but since the incident with Margaret, he became known as an alchemist. So that's when he became an alchemist. I was wondering why the goat was the only thing not covered in dust. That's how I started a new life as Master Belduc's butler.
Sir Belduc would sometimes work as a physician, curing the townspeople of their illnesses. As his assistant, you have also shown commitment to helping the townspeople through your work.
I forgot about being a witch and I was able to live happily, at peace with everyone. I thought it could stay like that forever. But those peaceful days came to an abrupt end. Tell us, what in the world was the cause? Even I am not quite sure what led to this. However, it all started 3 months ago with that blinding strike. Master Belduc and I were on our way back home, carrying specimens for experiments. An old bell tower appeared in the flames. Everyone who saw it was stupefied. But the expressions on Master Belduc's face wasn't like anything he's seen before. What do you mean? His face went pale and twisted in a sheer terror. He was shaking violently. It wasn't just astonishment at an unusual phenomenon, it seemed as if he was afraid of something more concrete. Perhaps Belduc saw something that others couldn't. He cancelled his experiments for that night and began writing a letter to someone. A
letter.
I found out about it when I brought him his bottle of tomato juice. He was writing feverishly, as if he were possessed. I saw some things, a few words in that letter. Expose everything. Cannot keep this secret any longer. The truth about the witch. Master Belduc was going to confess that I was a witch. So that's why you... yeah. So you wanted to stop him. Okay. Everything went black in front of my eyes.
It was self-preservation.
I will never forget that feeling that overwhelmed me at the moment.
Is that when you decided to commit the crime?
What I did first was accidentally cinch a part of the wall in my room. It was an excuse to repaint that section of that wall green. Then you also painted the wall behind the painting in Sir Belduc's study. And when that fateful night came, what if it was a misunderstanding? What if it wasn't talking about her? That would make this even more sad. You just killed. You killed your caretaker without realizing that he was not talking about you. I used a syringe to inject the soporific through the cork and into the bottle of tomato juice. So many thoughts were running through my head as I wished Master a good night. I opened the portal behind him. He was right there in front of me, asleep. I reached for the letter in the letterbox, taking care not to wake him. And then I happened to notice the name on the envelope. Storyteller. When I read that name, the world all around me turned black once more. It's impossible to avoid what it's written by the storyteller. It seems as if I could hear the doors to all escape routes shutting closed. It was the sound of despair. I would like you to believe me that the thought of taking Master Belduc's life never once occurred to me. I only planned to steal the letter and then disappear, but as I looked upon Master sleeping there in front of me, at the moment I felt an evil presence awake within me. Why did he save my life? And why did he betray me? Before I realized what I was doing, my hands were clutching his neck. He didn't move at all, so I kept on clenching his neck. That's it. That's the truth about what happened 3 months ago. There is just one thing I fail to understand. Yes? You said you wanted to run away once you had stolen the letter. Yet despite that, you continued to live in Sir Belduc's residence, and now here you stand. Why did you not run away? I'm thinking,
You read it.
My life had been thrown into a disarray due to the absurdity of magic. I had learned all about alchemy, living at Master's residence. Alchemy is concerned with the logic that governs the world. I wanted to believe that there truly was such a thing. So I stayed in that place hoping to one day see the irrational nature of magic overcome by the power of reason. Magic being overcome by reason. That night, I swapped the letter with a blank sheet of parchment and waited for the sun to rise. I resolved to wait for the day when my true identity could be exposed through reason and logic. Master's death remained a mystery for 3 months, and people started to lose interest. And then you appeared, Mr. Wright. On the day you visited the residence, I was listening to your conversation from the other room. As the time finally come for me, my heart was rising with anticipation. Then, a few minutes after everyone entered that room, an unbelievable incident took place.
That incident.
A witch appeared in Master's study. What? I wanted to get a look at the witch, so I created a portal on the wall behind the painting. Precisely at that moment, Goldor! The witch used one of the very spells that I can use too. When I heard those words, a single thought flashed through my mind. This was my chance. I could dispose of my witch's scepter. I knew at the time what kind of a witch the Inquisition would be looking for. A witch that can use Familia and Goldor. It occurred to me that I only needed to change one of the magic gems. I had previously found out that the Familia gem was purple. I realized that I was a sub the Goldor magic gem for my amethyst. I could pin the blame for my crime on that other witch. So you changed one of the gems and threw that witch scepter into the room, is that correct? Exactly.
Objection!
Wait a minute, Jean Greyard. This statement of yours is highly problematic. How so, Inquisitor Barnum? Yes, you're right.
Can someone explain to me what this is about?
I am a witch, indeed. A sinful creature that killed the person to whom she owed her life. However, regarding the gentleman standing next to you, Mr. Wright, he may have fallen victim to a witch, but that witch was not me. Oh.
Oh. Wait, what? Oh, order! Order in the court! What did the... What is the meaning of this?
Jean Grey admits killing Sir Baldock, but not into turning Sir Layton into gold. That is the gist of it, my lord.
Lying about it is meaningless.
Lying?
Just being a witch is a crime in itself. And the punishment for that crime is the same, regardless of whether she took one person's life or two. That's why there's no point in lying about it. I'm sure that's what the judge is thinking.
Hey, Sir Bal. Look at this stream.
Hi, hi, hi.
There you go.
How you doing, Serval?
The tradition of using the cat emoji. Oh, 42 months. Thank you so much, Serval. The support is much appreciated. Thank you for the sub.
Hell yeah.
But if there's no point in lying, does that mean she must be telling us the truth? So in that case, who's responsible for what happened to the professor? If it wasn't her, then who was it?
Mind if I say something?
Take a hint, witness. Does it feel like this is the right moment for you to talk?
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I was staying quiet until now. But I either say it now or never. Don't simply fall silent after saying that. It only makes it weigh on my mind more. Whatever did you want to say? Oi, Blowy.
Yeah?
I need to make sure about something. Yeah, it's not what it used to be, you know.
Yes?
The alchemist's butler, Lady Butler. She sipped some sleep medicine into his drink.
That's correct. She laces tomato juice with it.
And then she strangled the alchemist afterwards.
Yes, Sir Bullock was unconscious from the sleep medicine, so he didn't resist. And that explains why we found no signs of a struggle at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, about that. Well, I let it slip what I did earlier at the crime scene, right? I told you that, I had a few sips of that juice.
And the sleep medicine made you sleep like a dog. Yes, we remember.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. This is just between us, okay? You see, when I appropriated that juice, the juice bottle was, well, still unopened.
Huh. It was unopened?
My throat was parched and I wasn't thinking straight. That brand new bottle was just there, waiting for me with the corkscrew conveniently laid next to it. I didn't just let that go to waste. I swiftly pulled out the cork and got to drinking.
What?
So, in case you don't get what I'm getting at, The alchemist didn't have a single drop of the juice with the sleep medicine.
Huh. What? What?
Witness, you went to the trouble of opening a bottle found at the crime scene just to drink its suspicious contents? That's what I've been telling you. I was dying of thirst. That doesn't justify what you've done.
Objection!
The Inquisition shall deal with this witness after the trial. He will find out what it means to be dying of thirst in a more literal meaning. However, let us not waste any more time with him now. The witch has confessed to her crimes. There is no need to investigate Sir Belduc's death any further.
Indeed, you are right, Inquisitor. Her role in the Sir Layton incident is not entirely clear. But a person who kills her protector, to whom she owes her very life, can be nothing other than a witch. The court has sufficient grounds to sentence her as such.
Belduc didn't drink the juice that night. And if that's true, then there's one thing here that doesn't add up. Mr. Wright, I have to say, there's something about that is bothering me. I'm sure there's a contradiction lurking in that man's testimony.
You think so, Luke?
Can I really turn a blind eye to that? Let's investigate it. Bertio Baldago before his death, Emil drank some of the juice the following day. Doesn't tell us much.
Is there anything in the crime scene sketches that we missed? Okay, I assume that's the tomato juice right there next to that book, right?
Yeah, but it looks... I cannot see the cork anywhere, unless it's inserted all the way down.
Yeah.
Well, this is quite the autopsy report if I've ever seen one.
Hey, it's Show.
Hey, Show. Welcome to the stream.
No, partner, you're using your brain.
We are. Partner.
Okay. So that's what we got.
Let's investigate that contradiction.
That's what I'd
Always
say.
investigate the contradiction.
Do you want to voice Phoenix Wright or
Sure. Fuck it.
Inquisitor Barnham?
Yeah, I know. Seriously, this works out. Mister, you're saying you opened the tomato juice bottle. But that claim contradicts a certain piece of evidence.
What?
Defense. I'd like a word with you.
Yes, Your Honor?
At this point, your client's innocence has already been established. Therefore, whether there is a contradiction in that man's testimony or not should no longer be any of your concern.
That may be so, Your Honor. But even though I'm here to defend the accused, the true duty of any attorney is to uncover the truth behind what happened. My job's not done until there are no more contradictions left.
Very well. Sir Blue Knight, let us hear about this contradiction you have discovered.
Oh, hold up. That's fine. The bottle was first opened by that guy, meaning the Belduke didn't drink any of it. That means there's one piece of evidence that should be very difficult to explain.
I would like to hear about this contradiction too. The defense shall present evidence. Where is the contradiction in this witness having been the one opened the juice bottle?
If you check the crime sketches,
Yeah, the cork ain't in it.
there's no cork in it. It looks open to me. Unless it does it all the way down, which I doubt.
Usually, so the way that a cork is designed to be put into a bottle is that it's deliberately meant to be a type of wedge. The bottom of the cork is generally shallower than the top. That way it can be, you know, smacked into. That way, like, it's not going to just pop out.
No, of course, it needs some pressure to stay in there and keep the drink itself safe, but yeah.
Take that!
The contradiction can be seen in one of the sketches of the crime scene.
In one of the sketches,
Please take a look at Sir Belduke's mouth.
wait, what?
That was
Yes,
not
what
blood.
that mouth do?
That was not blood. He had tomato juice in his mouth. I remember now.
Right.
There you go.
We could see a line of red liquid trickling down from his mouth.
Yes, well, we have already established that it was the tomato juice. Oh!
Exactly, Your Honor. Sir Belduke didn't drink any of the tomato juice that night.
Objection!
Which means there's only one other possibility. That red line is, as we thought at first of all, blood. Sir Belduke must have tried to fight back the assailant and bit his tongue in doing so.
Objection!
Unfortunately, that would only bring us back to the problem we encountered earlier.
Earlier,
If the victim had put up a fight, then there should have been traces of a struggle at the crime scene. And yet, no such traces were found. That's what made you assume the witch must have used familia.
yes, that is so. As I explained before, Master Belduke didn't struggle at all at the time. But when I think about it now, in light of the new information, it was very unnatural.
She would have at least felt
euphoric, yet didn't struggle.
She would
Immersion.
have at least felt a pulse.
The immersion
when
button.
she was trying to.
The immersion button's back. Yeah, basically, the dude was already dead by the time she put his hands on him. But we're trying to figure out who the fuck did it.
What? What in the? What does this mean? If it's not tomato juice nor blood brought to a struggle with a murderer, then what else could it be?
Well, since it's not tomato juice, we'll have to assume it's blood, after all.
Yeah, right? It's gotta be that!
We have ruled out the possibility that the victim bit his tongue while struggling with the attacker. Indeed.
Then there's got to be a different reason for that blood being there. He must have suffered internal bleeding that was somehow connected to his death. What could have caused it?
Could it be the poison Emir is holding?
So here's what I'm thinking. Upon a confession being sent in the letter, what if he decided to take his own life?
Maybe.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Your Honor? If I may ask one question.
A question? To whom?
If I just clarify this one suspicion, I may be able to explain the blood shown in the sketch. That's why I need to question one person in particular.
Emir. It's definitely
You know.
Emir.
You girl, you know.
Oh my
Click that
god.
shit. Mister, can I ask you something?
Yeah? Don't give me that scary look, Bluey. I know nothing. Nothing at all. I've got nothing to tell.
Well, you gonna die.
This man is going to be a corpse on the floor in about a minute.
Yeah, and this one is not gonna be by his own hand like Belduc did. Emir is innocent as a little lamb, but is his confidence more than a sham?
Oh, he'd be better off without that bard.
He keeps poisoning himself.
So, you drank the tomato juice that was at the crime scene, right?
Don't keep asking me about that over and over again. So what all I did?
Then, I have another question for you. Did anything else disappear from the crime scene that day?
Perhaps a bottle of poison? Yeah, that one.
Nah, didn't notice anything.
After showing it to the camera.
God.
After showing it to the camera.
Objection!
It's too funny.
Witness! Just what have you done this time? You look like a dog caught making a mess on the carpet.
Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know anything about getting to go missing. I'm innocent, and please believe me.
Truth could drown in his swimming eyes. Some tell lies well, others cannot tell lies.
Oh my god, this is too crazy. Looks like my gut feeling was right. He took something from the crime scene. Something that could be directly connected to that red liquid around Belduc's mouth.
What on earth did that man steal from the crime scene?
People, please. A certain item disappeared from the crime scene that day. And at this very moment, it's highly likely that item is right in front of our very eyes.
What? It's here?
It's been here all along, buddy. Isn't that right, mister?
Is it? I have no idea. Defender, I order you to show us what this item is. The item that this witness took from the crime scene.
Gee,
This dude
I
is
wonder.
about to kill the fuck over.
I
And not from
wonder.
alcohol poisoning. From actual poison.
It's right
Hey, this
there.
isn't the thing that. Hey, listen. If you fold it upwards, it may look like a llama. You never know.
Oh, you know, true.
Props to those that understood that reference.
The black border.
Got it.
It's this bottle.
The bottle?
No shit, Your Honor. Miss Grail, I'd like you to clarify something for me.
What would that be, Mr. Wright?
Sir Belduke was working on creating certain medicines. He had various dangerous substances in his possession as well. How were they stored?
Master kept them in a locked medicine cabinet. The bottles were labeled so that it was clear that they were very dangerous. They have all been confiscated.
As for those labels, did they resemble the label on that guy's bottle?
Mister, what are you doing with that product of Master's research?
It's not what you think. I didn't have any evil intentions or nothing.
That bottle belonged to Master, and it was used to store strong poison. Poison strong enough to kill.
Poison?
What?
The red liquid trickling down Sir Belduke's mouth was definitely blood. Now, as for what caused him to bleed like that from his mouth, it was the deadly poison from the bottle this guy stole from the crime scene.
Which he's chugging like a
Righteous.
fucking psycho. Order! 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 Whoa. Did you expect me to just keep quiet? It was poison? Poison? Am I gonna die?
Objection.
Hopefully.
Just wait and see time up down? Ah! Yeah, I guess.
More importantly, I want to know why you would have that bottle.
Well, it's, remember when I told you I drank the Alchemist tomato juice? Indeed. It's not something easy to forget, especially having it heard several times. Well, that's when I saw it on the floor. This bottle right here. It was totally empty, and I thought, you know, it was such a fancy looking bottle and all. I'm a bit of a skull fancier. They have this air of danger about them, right?
They certainly do.
So, since it was there, and I was there too, I kind of felt we were meant for each other.
Oh my god.
I thought, this bottle's so classy, I could die for it.
And you might. You actually
might?
Yeah. Had any poison been left in the bottle, you would have died instantly. But if it was empty, it was probably harmless.
Oh, hear that? I'm gonna live! A good thing I rinsed it well before use.
Oh my god. He literally tampered with the crime scene and didn't even know it.
Just like the milkmaid. God damn it. But if the victim was killed by poison, that raises a new question, of course.
Who could have poisoned him?
Could Considering all the evidence and the testimonies we've heard today, the answer is so close I can taste it. Sir Belduke was poisoned by...
Himself.
Yeah, that's the only thing that
was
makes
right.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was, of course, Sir Belduke himself.
Sir Belduke himself?
Sir Belduke took that poison of his own will. His death was suicide.
Objection!
That is preposterous. A suicide? Inconceivable.
Objection!
Really? Think about it, Inquisitor. That would explain the most unnatural aspect of his death.
The most unnatural aspect?
Miss Greyle, when you were strangling Sir Belduke, he put up no fight whatsoever. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Until today, I was convinced it was due to the sleep medicine.
It wasn't, because he didn't take any. The truth is, when you gripped his throat, Sir Belduke was already dead. He had poisoned himself.
Ugh.
Yep. Clearly, the storyteller is so fucking terrifying that not even Belduke wants to deal with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But what would the poison have caused him to bleed from his mouth?
I personally know of no poison that works instantly and causes such symptoms.
Oh, you don't? I just can't tell them that it happens on TV all the time.
They don't have TV here.
They don't talk TV.
No, they don't.
There are certain plants in this area that contain a highly poisonous substance. In the course of his research, Master Belduke found a way to extract that poison.
What am I hearing? Is there really such a dangerous plant in Labyrinthia?
The poison is very bitter to taste, so it would be impossible to secretly slip it into someone's food or drink, and it would cause internal damage. It is a very powerful poison. Drinking it would induce a most painful death. And to think Sir Belduke could...
But... did Sir Belduke really choose such an agonizing death for himself? It doesn't seem like he suffered that much.
I would like to know that too.
Miss Greyle,
You mean to say Master killed himself after exposing me as a witch? I cannot believe it. He just wouldn't commit suicide. Indeed, we cannot take such a theory at face value. Had he committed suicide, I dare say he would have left a suicide note.
What do you think that letter was?
There you go.
yeah, see, I think I'm onto something.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say why Sir Belduke committed suicide, but I think there's a piece of evidence that can confirm his suicide was a possibility.
There is a piece of evidence like that?
If you have such evidence, you ought to present it to the court immediately.
What if it wasn't suicide but testing gone wrong?
It's suicide.
Also,
Yeah, it was more likely suicide.
welcome to the stream.
Present the evidence indicating that Sir Belduke's death could have been suicide.
It's the letter.
Yeah.
No.
I think Belduke knew about the truth of the Great Fire that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what he knew, and that's when, yeah, we'll just let it run from there.
That's Sir Belduke's letter. Let's see. It was addressed to the storyteller, wasn't it?
This is the last letter written by Sir Belduke. Now, if his death was a suicide, then this letter may well be his suicide note.
Objection!
What we have here is nothing more than blank sheets of parchment. Whether or not there was a suicide note is something we can only speculate about.
That's right. But there is one person who knows whether this letter was really a suicide note.
You mean the person who swapped its contents? In other words, you, Jean Greyard.
Witness. You stole Sir Belduke's letter on the night of the crime. Tell us, what was written in it?
I don't know.
What? You don't know?
I did steal the letter, yes, but I don't know what it contents were. You mean you have not read it? I couldn't bring myself to read it. It seemed that if I did, everything that had happened since Master Belduke saved my life would be ruined in an instant. I've taken it out and held it in my hands many times, but no matter what, I just couldn't.
Miss Greyard.
Can you tell us where that letter is now?
I have it here.
Convenient, yes.
Oh!
You're carrying it around with you? If you were searched, you would have been done for.
That night, having killed Master Belduke, I decided to stay in his residence. I knew my identity would be revealed sooner or later, and I was ready for it. Ugh. So, until that time, I decided to always keep the letter with me. My lord,
Yes, witness?
if you don't mind, could you please read it out loud? Now that I'm here, in this place of judgment, I think I'm finally ready to hear what Master wrote.
Sure you want to hear what he wrote?
Yes.
Hold it! Miss Greyard,
Oh?
I think you should be the one to read it.
I agree. It's gotta be her.
Sir Belduke wrote this letter to the storyteller as he was preparing to die. I think it's only right his last words should be read by you.
It is the panda. Hi, welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Yes, you're right. I see. I understand. Please allow me to read the letter aloud.
Prepare to
My
cry.
dear friend, I hope you will be able to forgive me for leaving this world of my own will. I have finally made this decision, having seen that accursed bell tower
appear in the flames on that dreadful night. That lightning was a sign that we have angered the gods. What I have done cannot be forgiven. I can never escape from it. For the past few days, I have been thinking that it might be best to simply expose everything. This town's secret, the truth about the witch. Of course, I understand that secrets need to be kept. However, I have grown very tired. I'm afraid I cannot keep the secret any longer. I have only two concerns. The first is my daughter. It pains me to be leaving her alone in this world, Although she probably doesn't think of me as her father.
A daughter?
I was not aware that Sir Belduke had a daughter.
Mr. Belduke seemed to know a lot about this town. This town's secret, and the truth about the witch.
Truth about the witch? Somehow I don't think he was talking about Miss Grey Earl.
I
The
was
second matter weighing heavily on my mind is that Jean will be left on her own.
Seeing her growing up, so strong and righteous, in defiance of her fate, had given me hope. A short while ago, she brought me my usual, and what will be my last, drink.
Oh.
There are so many things I wanted to tell her, but I could only manage a thank you. She is a very sharp child. Had I said any more, she would have caught on. You could call me a selfish man, but I didn't wish my last memory of her to be a sad one.
Master Belduke. If the fate handed to her by this town has made her life an ordeal until now, I hope from the bottom of my heart that a wonderful story awaits her next. I intend to leave my residence to her, and I would like you to look out for her.
Alas, it is time for me to put my pen down, my dear friend. What I truly wish to express to you is too complicated for words. I hope one day you will understand, but for now I bid you farewell. The time has come for me to go.
Damn.
That was
That was
depressing.
depressing and a huge clue.
Yes, absolutely.
I think I was onto something.
Mm-hmm.
Who is his daughter? And why does he know about the truth of the Great Fire? That's connected somehow.
And the storyteller.
Yes, and the storyteller too. Something tells me there's something fucking funky going on here.
Absolutely.
This letter. It wasn't a denunciation of me being a witch.
It was a misunderstanding.
Master Belduke cared about you until the very end.
Yes, how could I have forgotten? I'm sure I knew it all along. So why did I? How could I have done that to him?
Miss Grail.
Milord?
What is it, Inquisitor Barnum?
I think it is about time for the guilty verdict.
You're guilty?
The Inquisition withdraws the charges against Maya Fey and charges John Grey with being a witch. Oh, please don't burn her alive.
Yeah.
She had done nothing wrong. Actually, for real, she has been exonerated of the actual crime, and all you're doing is just burning her for simply being a witch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's been happening this entire time.
Yep. All the evidence corroborates this accusation, and she even admits her guilt. Hence, the Inquisition asks that the witch be found guilty and punished immediately.
Objection!
Not so fast, Inquisitor Barnum.
What do you want now, Sir Blue Knight?
Admittedly, Miss Grail did attempt to strangle Sir Belduke. But he had consumed a deadly poison and was already dead at the time. Therefore, she is not guilty of murder. And one more thing. It also was a Miss Grail who turned Professor Layton into gold. You're damn right she didn't. There was another witch present at the crime scene. There certainly was. The defendant, Maya, saw her too. You're damn right she did.
I like Layton. Quietly.
To put it simply, you better fucking tell him, Phoenix. Miss Grail didn't kill anyone.
But she's a witch.
How do you like that, baby bitch back bottom?
Yeah, she didn't kill anyone, and yet you still want to burn her?
Maya!
Do you even know how it feels to be put in this cage? It's like everyone's against you and it's super frightening. I'm not a witch. But I've been thrown into this cage and almost sentenced for something I didn't do. And now you're about to do the same to another person? That's just not right!
Is that all you have to say?
Huh?
The one who's in the wrong is not me, but you, Sir Blue Knight. Whether the victim committed a crime or not is completely irrelevant. This is the witch's court. All witches must be punished by fire.
But that's crazy!
Why? Why, Barnum?
Inquisitor Barnum is absolutely right. Being a witch is a crime. You understand that, don't you, Miss Grey Earl?
Yes.
Very well then. The court is ready to issue the final verdict. Maya Fey is found innocent, and in her place, Jean Grey Earl is found guilty of being a witch and shall be cast into the fire.
No! You can't!
Hold it! Please, hold the verdict!
Espella?
What is it now, Espella Cantabella?
There is nothing else we can do. This is the course of things, and you should know it well.
Indeed, all witches shall be cast into the flames. That is the law of this town. A law that was written by your very own father. And furthermore, a law that has always been obeyed in the town of Labyrinthia.
A town like this should never exist in the first place.
What such insolence!
That's heresy! She's criticizing the storyteller's story! Even the storyteller's daughter has no right to criticize the story!
Trials in which innocent people are sentenced to death by fire. I shall make sure this is the last one.
What do you mean, Espella?
Since you're all so keen on the rules created by the storyteller, you should know exactly what I mean. The stipulation for ending the witch trials. Once the Great Witch Bezella is burned, the witch trials will end. At present,
Oh?
I am under suspicion. You know very well why that is, don't you?
You? Well, you don't mean that you're...
I am guilty. I am the Great Witch Bezella.
What?
Okay.
Now, cast
She's
me
trying
into
to
the
save
flames
her.
and let Miss Grail free. Miss Cantabella. This shall be the last of the witch trials. No one else need be burned hereafter.
Espella, just what are you saying? I can't let you do that.
Please, Mr. Wright, let me do as I wish. I'm sorry, but this is a problem concerning the people of Labyrinthia.
No! Please don't do it!
There must be another way! You don't need to do this! It's all right, Luke, Maya, Mr. Wright, and Mr. Layton. I truly appreciate all you have done for me.
This can't be happening.
Miss Cantabella, your confession will have very serious, or rather, fatal consequences for you. May we assume that you fully understand those consequences and are willing to accept them?
I am Espella Cantabella, the storyteller's daughter. But I also have another name. I am the Great Witch Bazella. I have lived hidden in the dark pages of my father's story, deceiving all of you. Many lives have been sacrificed because of me. But that shall end today.
Court attendants, seize that woman! She is the Great Witch, Bazella.
Oh, no!
No.
Not again! She doesn't look afraid at all.
Espella.
Maya?
Whoa!
Oh shit!
Espella, this just isn't right! Let's go! Nick, give me a hand! Jump! Jump over there!
But...
Hurry!
They're getting away!
Damn it.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
No!
Help me, Nick! Espella! Quick, in here!
Oh no!
Oh, not Maya.
Not
No.
Maya!
Stop! You've got to stop! Maya!
What the fuck, man? What the... And a cliffhanger too? No!
What the fuck?
That was awful!
Listen, Maya has been in some pretty dangerous fucking situations in the Ace Attorney series, and that's all I'll say on that. But this? Oh my god!
I was not expecting that at all.
Me neither. Fuck.
That was hard to watch.
Exactly, Bev. Exactly. Man.
No way the cliffhanger us right there.
So Layton and Maya just
Gone.
gone. That lady from earlier, gone.
Mm-hmm. What do we do now? We made it out of the courtroom, but everyone's in an uproar. So, where do we go from here?
I'm truly sorry. It's my fault that Maya... This all happened because of me.
That's not true at all. It's not your fault, Isabella. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Oh, Phoenix. Oh, Nick. Oh. No, he's beyond devastated.
Yeah, this is... I don't think I've ever seen Phoenix look like this. Ever? Question mark?
Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh. Luke, did you say something?
Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Isabella, it's not your fault. You shouldn't blame yourself.
Mr. Wright, I just said that.
Oh, really?
Mr. Wright.
Well, anyway, at least we managed to save you, Isabella.
Yes, but because of that, now Maya.
Maya believed in you. That's why she wanted to protect you.
He's right. So we can't let ourselves get captured now.
Luke.
That settles it then. Okay, let's get moving. We're bound to get caught if we stick around here any longer.
But where should we go? Everyone's looking for us now.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could go to Patty's shop.
But the knights are certain to be waiting for us there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
My, you certainly managed to get yourselves into quite the predicament.
Huh?
Wait, is that who I think it is?
That voice.
Ah, damn it.
Inquisitor Barnum.
I thought I was calling it, but no. Please wait, Inquisitor Barnum. Arrest me, lock me up, I don't care. But these two have nothing to do with this. Take me, I'm the one you want.
No way, Isabella. None of us are at fault here. We're not the ones who did anything wrong.
Luke.
You're accomplices to the Great Witch Basella, and I have assisted in her escape. In a manner of speaking, you have been branded an enemy to all of Labyrinthia. There is nowhere you can hide. But why? Isabella isn't a Great Witch. Why can't you understand that? Then I must ask you, why do you continue to deny the clear allegations that this girl is Basella? That's easy, because we believe in her. I know back in the courtroom I said I didn't believe in Maya, but deep down I believed in her. We all did, and we still do. That's why I'm going to stand strong. I'm going to stick by Isabella's side no matter what. Is that so? By the way, Sir Blue Knight. The loss of Maya Fey is unfortunate. You have my deepest sympathies.
Really? Your deepest sympathies?
While such a bedlam was indeed unexpected, we should have done something more to prevent it. Punch him in the face, please.
Inquisitor Barnum? I proved Maya's innocence.
I admit, Indeed you did.
And yet, last I saw, she was being dropped into a pit of fire. Tell me, Inquisitor, does that seem like justice to you? All witches are to be cast into the flames. That's the law of the land around here, right? But Maya wasn't a witch! How do you explain that, Inquisitor Barnum?
It is truly regrettable. What occurs in the courtroom is my responsibility and mine alone.
Responsibility? Fine! Then take some responsibility right now! Magic exists here, right? Well then, use some magic and bring Maya back! Cast whatever spell you need to cast, and bring her back!
There exists no such magic. I cannot undo her death. It is my blame to bear. If it will bring you solace, then take this sword and strike me.
That's not him. Just stop it. You knights are always ready to get rid of those. Wait, let me read that again. You knights are always ready to get rid of those different from yourselves. Just get out of my sight. I said go!
What was that? I heard something coming from the main gate. Guards! Come and take a look at this. Mr. Wright, those voices are getting closer. At this rate, we're... Exit through the main gate and head east through the forest. You should be able to escape along the small path there. Huh?
Took long enough.
On the outskirts of the city, you will find Rogue's Tavern. You should be safe there. Why are you helping? Go! Now! You will be caught if you stay here, and this will be all for naught.
Luke, Mr. Wright, let's go.
Yeah, right. Mr. Wright, are you coming?
Okay. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I have not seen Nick that angry in quite a while. Like, you can tell, like, he's so pissed that he's not even listening to what's going on around him. He wasn't even paying attention what they were saying before Barnum even showed up.
Oh my
Like,
god.
Nick does not get angry like that. He does not. So when he does, it's actually scary.
That was scary. Oh my god. Oh, what a chapter.
You gotta understand, like, the circumstances of him, like, it's not just that him and Maya go way back, but it's, you gotta understand the circumstances of how they first met. And those that have played the Ace Attorney games, especially the first game, because it's literally the... Yes.
It's the first case.
It's very ironic how this happens. This is very ironic, and definitely hits people in the field seeing this for the first time. I certainly did. I felt just as mad. Like, I've seen this character for forever. And it's like, how, like, you just kill off Maya like that? She's Swedish Georgia pie on an apple sundae.
It was very graphic. The whole witch's trial thing is extremely... Oh, it's just The idea.
I promise you, the Ace Attorney games are not this fucked up.
Yeah.
It is. There's some fucked up situations.
Nor
but
the
not
Layton
this.
games. Nor the Layton games. That's the thing. This is the most messed up thing for both series, apparently.
That's cool. That's actually kind of cool. It's like both fans get to experience something so fucked up for the first time in their respective series, and it just happened to be a crossover between the two. What a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup this game is. Holy shit.
It is. Oh my god, Layton and Maya are both dead at this point, or like out of commission at the very least. It's kind of insane how we keep losing people.
Yeah, people are getting like, chat. People are getting fucked up. I'm like, let me say it louder for the people in the back. Fucked up.
Oh my god.
Wowzers.
That was an insane chapter. By the way, as you may have noticed, we're back to doing streams at 5 p.m. my time, so that should be better for people to check them out now. Now that things are a little bit more stable, we can go back to the classic stream time, I guess. So yeah. So you two want to join for the next one? You're more than welcome. I know I am not known for collabs, but I would be honored if you joined me. If it's in the remote possibility.
As long as it's on a Wednesday like this, my hours have been actually getting kind of messed up lately. So like a Wednesday would be the best.
We'll schedule it. No problem. But yeah. Before we call it a day, is there anything else you all want to say to the audience here? Any plans?
Y'all are cool. That's it.
Any streaming plans or projects that you have in the works?
Currently, over on my stream, there is the Donathon for Kingdom Hearts for a very good cause that you might have heard of.
There is a various Twitch link, so you all can follow it.
And here's the thing, is that we've almost damn near reached 1/5 of the goal. Like, within the first game.
That is amazing.
Holy shit, the amount of overwhelming support that people have had for the Donathon, I am so greatly appreciative, and I hope that everything from here continues to go well.
Absolutely.
And just things get done, and I don't have to worry no more.
I have 1000% of my faith in you, Sverry.
Thank you.
What about you, Sho?
Y'all saw what I was doing the other day.
You were hitting Sparking Zero.
Yeah.
There is
playing that story shit, but that's not all I'm doing. I'm just doing other things. But we'll see. We'll see what I got. Y'all know I'm a kind of a mixed bag. I just kind of throw up whatever. So when I come through, y'all come through. You gotta chill. You know how that goes. So you got that. Thank you.
We appreciate, as they say, the chill vibes.
Dude, listen, I know we both have been super busy, but we got to get back to investigations.
I am 100% down with that.
I'm not continuing that case without, you can't do it.
We are, a team after all.
Exactly.
You're gonna have Edgeworth with that K.
Chat, do y'all miss the investigations streams on my stream? Did y'all miss that shit?
I do.
I kind of miss that shit.
We need to go back to those.
Yes. We need Edgeworth. We need updated autopsy reports.
I wonder if Edgeworth is in this game.
I doubt it. Ain't no fucking way.
I guess we'll see. But
the closest I've seen is unfortunately Belduke is looking a little bit like Edgeworth.
He looks like Baron Van Zeeks more than anything. Baron Van Zeeks, I'm sorry.
You know what? Fair enough. Like, I just thought like his appearance looked kind of similar.
That's right, CJ. We got to give the people what they want. People want updated autopsy reports. I will bring that redeem back, no fucking problem. I got the button. I got the two different musics still on here. I got the immersion button on lock. Come on. But yeah, this was a great chapter soon. Holy shit.
This was... I was not expecting it.
Ride.
It always catches me by surprise how dark this game is. I always forget. It's... But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna have to mute myself out of the call for a second so I can say my goodbyes. But before I do that, do you want to say your own goodbyes to the audience?
Oh yeah. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Stay safe, take care of yourselves. But most importantly, treat yourselves well.
Well, what all I have to say to y'all is...
Give your meat a good old rub. With your fingers. Let your fingers get in there and have a good old rub-a-dub.
Oh, man. Here I am trying to like be all sentimental and like come on.
Oh my god. Anyway,
It wasn't bad. It was Maggie. Was that Maggie's fault?
No, it's listen. We like Ainsley. We like his cooking videos. They're great. He's an excellent cook. You learn a lot about it. In fact, you should go watch it, Chad. Go to YouTube and look him up. You'll be entertained and you will learn something new. I'm telling you, you'll laugh and you'll learn.
Ainsley Harriet is a little bit of a legend. I agree.
Kind of is a legend. Yes, he's a very, very good cook. The memes are great, but you'll actually learn how to cook something.
Yeah, they are. You could say they are delightful.
Hey, you know, you could say it's
a bit special.
Anyway, I was signing off, mind you, mister. Anyway.
Spicy.
I'm gonna mute myself out of the call.
Don't blame you.
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. It's been a pleasure to stream for you all. Thank you to the patrons for their monthly support. I hope you all enjoyed today's live stream, and I truly hope to see you in the next one. And without further ado, take care, and I'll see you, Space Cowboy. Bang.
I was cooling in the motel for a minute. Loved ones that I won't tell how I'm living. Now I'm in the woods, trailer park, staying hidden. In the rap game, slashing through a million minions. IRL is lame cause I'm broke in Virginia. Surrounded by the slimy cold-blooded, they amphibians. I ain't dark as I was, hit the amphibian. Pulled a beat katana out, then the slaughterhouse. I was hired cause you talking loud, starting drumming out. I got fired cause I understood what they talking about. So I fight them cause I understand all they trauma now. In the woods, smoking on some woods, game me feeling good, but it's great. Can escape my fate, what if I could? Awesome LBs, for these LBs I had to hustle. Desperately trying to find paradise through this desperate struggle. Wanna kill and be killed, it's the way that I'm living. Throw my life away, but I had to hide my feelings. Trying to stack LBs straight to the ceiling.